daughter of Daniel, sister of Anna, who is also daughter of Daniel, and daughter of John, father of Anna. Being Anna's little sister has been one of the best parts of my life. But nothing can surpass having the role of the most honored maid of honor there could be. As you can see by my side, which I bought for myself. Thank you everyone for being here today. Thank you especially to my amazing mother for everything you've done for us, both on this beautiful day and throughout our lives. Thank you to my father and to Scott, and to my amazing friend Tina, and of course to Lou and Betty's. Your family has been so welcoming, and the kid energy, I don't know how you're around, but the kid energy is amazing. And Dominic and I really crushed that boss hand off. Anna Nicole, I'm beyond happy to be here celebrating your knowledge and we're people together. I also want to thank you both for everything that you have done to make this day possible. And thank you for trusting me with this mic, even though you wouldn't let me be DJ for the night. Okay. My Google research on how to write a good wedding speech said to keep it to 3 to 6 minutes, so I will get going. Everybody knows that I can really talk, and we have a couple of pages. So, today is June 28th. Not only will today forevermore be known as Anna Nicole's wedding anniversary, but today is also my darling sister Anna's birthday. Astrologically speaking, my sister is a Cancer, a water sign. She's nurturing, creative, beautifully sensitive and kind. My mom always said that the first 4 years of her life as a mother were blissfully peaceful. Anna rarely cried. She was sweet and mild-mannered. The easiest little blonde-haired, blue-eyed daughter did for me. And then I came. Astrologically speaking, I'm an Aries. Like a ram, hard-headed, determined, strong-willed, and independent. Sweet, docile Anna was super ready to be an older sister. But as her home videos have documented well, she had a lot to recommend when it came to my louder, less docile nature. And yet, we have been the luckiest of sisters. We became best friends, even with our differences. I'm still are. Anna was always gentler and more sensitive. There's some hilarious home videos of 4-year-old Anna with a dearly loved frog named Huey. Yeah. Clutching Huey in her fist, she would clutch him, kiss him, and then hold the frog up to newborn baby me in a baby carrier and ask if I wanted to kiss him too. Later on, the video of Huey's release is particularly funny. She leans in, kisses Huey, and whispers very endearingly, and hurls Huey into the lap. Anna's nurturing disposition towards little creatures remains strong to this day, as demonstrated by her love of caterpillars praying mantises, nude rings, and gold rules. On the soccer field, Anna would actively run away from the ball. Praying not to be passed to. And in the outfield of soccer games, soccer, whatever you call them, softball matches, games, I think that's softball. She would pick dandelions and eat sunflowers. On the other hand, I didn't play softball, but I played a lot of other sports. I reveled in the intensity of competitive sports. Even physically, my sister was always a little bit more wave-like. Some people might look back on these differences and misconstrue Anna as weaker, or more delicate, or more fearful. But in truth, my sister is one of the most brave people I know, in the most beautiful ways. The dictionary definition of brave is having or showing mental or moral strength to face difficulty. And I know that today is about joy and it's about celebration, Anna Nicole's love, about the festivities and her future. But one must also acknowledge that commitment to a marriage requires so much more than just love, passion, and compatibility. It also requires bravery. When we lived in Batavia, my sister used to have a reoccurring nightmare of cartoonish wolves with red eyes outside of our glass sliding door. In our first example tonight of her bravery, here she is wearing Nicole Lieutenant, Italian for little wolf. And honestly, a very incredible last name, Nicole, and I'm very excited for my future nieces and nephews to have really cool names. Anna's bravery has shown in so many ways throughout her life. Before Anna met Nicole, she was traveling the world and had plans of teaching at international schools. She started her scuba diving journey in the Philippines, made home for herself in South Korea, and zoomed around on a motorbike like a pro through the bustling streets of Vietnam. When I visited her, she amazed me with her adaptability and strength. On the other hand, my body fell victim to food poisoning, bug bites, and worst of all, sand fleas. One of my favorite memories with my sister was scuba diving in Honduras. As Anna would tell it, she was drifting smoothly along, expertly balanced, taking incredible underwater photos. When she looked around and asked herself, I wonder where Mr. Olivia is. As if on cue, she felt a little bump on her back. And there I was, less smoothly drifting along, less expertly balanced, staying as close as possible to my own personal dive master to ensure my own safety. When it comes to underwater currents, cave diving, and barracudas, my sister is very, very brave. Come 2020, the pandemic threw a huge wrench in Anna's plans. But seemingly without missing a beat, she had a plan and went after it courageously. Finding herself newly local in Rochester and in place, as time went on, she also started dating. With limited success for a while. It wasn't until Nicole that she gushed to me about anyone. And I do remember pretty early on Anna saying to me that Nicole may be the one. I've come to know Nicole as an amazing addition to an extended family, a beautiful comfort to my sister, and an incredibly reliable friend and now sister-in-law. While they share many common interests, like gem hunting, being overly competitive at board games, traveling, their love is similarly complemented by their differences. Both, however, have shown me that they have the bravery it takes to embark upon the journey of marriage. Last year, Nicole, Anna, and I were traveling back from Hilton Head. After hours and hours of delays, our flight was canceled. Needing to get back to Rochester, we took a deep breath and bucked up. Nicole immediately set about getting a rental and took the first driving shift as we left at 10 p.m. for the 15-hour car ride home. What I experienced as a third wheel in that journey was what I deeply believe every relationship needs to thrive. Even when things go wrong, even in frustration and exhaustion, Anna and Nicole showed up for each other with gentle support, with a commitment to staying calm and grounded. He showed me that together, they don't just get through hard things. They make the best of less than ideal situations and find ways to stay joyful throughout inconveniences. They checked in on one another, laughed and laughed with me as we experienced the magic of Bucky's convenience store, and stepped up gracefully to take turns leading the way. So today, as we celebrate their wedding day, as we continue throughout the night to dance and to laugh, what we will see and have seen most clearly today is the joy and excitement of this first step into the next leg of their journey. But what I also know, and what I hope we take a moment now to honor and recognize, is that they both entered this union with an incredible sense of bravery, with a beautiful steadfastness and commitment to one another and to their partnership. It is this brave, bold love that will sustain them, even when flights are canceled, even when plans change, even when the sand fleas are out for blood. My research on wedding speeches also said to end with my best joke, but Anna's vows kind of really spoiled it. Everyone knows now that what my sister is most attracted to about Nicole is her nose hair. If anyone was confused by that, it's nose hair, not hair, like sex with hair. So with that transition, everyone can raise their glasses with me, please. We have a couple of things to cheers for, so please keep your glasses up until I'm done. Thank you for your patience. To my dearest sister, my hermanita, my first best friend, and my favorite ocean protector. Cheers to your future being filled with sweet-smelling nose air. To Nicole, thank you for your incredible energy and spirit, and for always showing up to love and care for my sister. To your union, your commitment, your bold and brave love for one another. To my future nieces and nephews, yes, Anna and Nicole, you have my permission to name one or more of them after me. I'm just waiting. To everyone who made this beautiful wedding happen, and everyone who is here to celebrate tonight. And finally, last but not least, cheers to all the family occasions. Woo! So, that was the last one. Everyone raise their glasses, please. And cheers to Anna Nicole. So much love to you both, and everyone here.
And now I'm very excited to introduce